that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce. About to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Now, everyone chant together. We will now pay our homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Iti piso bhagava arehang samma sambuddho Vijjācarana sampanno sugato lokavidu Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati Satta deva manussanang buddho bhagavati Homage to the Dhamma. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Samdittiko Akaliko Ehi Pansiko Opanaiko Panchattam Veditabbo Vinyuhiti Homage to the Sangha. Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ujupatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Samiji Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidam Chattari Purisa Yugani Ante Purisa Pungala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahuniyo Pahuniyo Dakkineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anutteram Punyak Ketang Lokassati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Offerings. Let us dedicate all these items to honor and appreciate the great virtues of the Buddha. Let us make a wish. May this candle light be an offering to the Buddha in appreciation of his great light of wisdom that dispels the darkness of ignorance from human mind. May this incense be an offering to the Buddha in appreciation of his moral fragrance. May these blossomed beautiful flowers be an offering to the Buddha in appreciation, in honor of his blossomed compassion. May this water be an offering to the Buddha in honor of his cooling, loving kindness. May these food items be an offering to the Buddha in honor of his great generosity. May this act of offering purify our heart. May we also develop inclination and determination to develop same qualities in our life. With these thoughts, let us chant together, offering of light. Ghanesarampadittena Deepena Tamadhansina Tilokadipam Sambuddham Pujayami Tamunudam Offering of incense. Gandha Sambhara Yuttena Dupena Hang Sugandhina Pujaye Pujaniyang Tang Puja Bhajana Muttamang Offering of flowers. Vannagandha Gunopetang Etam kusuma santatin pujayami muning dasasa Siripada saroruhe pujemi buddham kusuminenene punyena mitene labhami mokkam Pumpang milayati yata idang me kayo tatayati vinasa bhavang. Offering of water. Adhivase tu no bhante paniyang parikampitang Anukampang upadaya patigan hatu uttama. Offering of food. Adivase tu no bhante bhojanang parikampitam anukampang upadaya patigan hatu uttama. Worship of shrines. Uang dami cetiyang sabbang sabbadani supatitthitang saririka dhatu mahabodhing Buddha rupang sakalang sada. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Welcome you all to our Vesak ceremony. It's a celebration of the enlightenment, the birth and the passing away of the Buddha, but it's also a celebration of all the potentials that we all have to evolve beyond our limitations and to evolve our insight and compassion. So it's a celebration of our human inner goodness and our potential. So today we are so happy that we are all here. We also have our monks here, Bante Punna and Bante Lakkhana came from Cleveland Buddhist Vihara, and Bante Kamalasari, who is missing. Yes, it's missing. Bante Metta has to help Buddhist Center in Las Vegas. So, so he went to have a Vesak celebration in Las Vegas. Right? So I think they need more Vesak, more Dhamma. So, so there's a Buddhist center there. You may know Bhante Deepanand is taking care of that center, so he needs help. So Bhante Metta went to help that center. So today, in addition to being the Vesak Day, today is also the Mother's Day. So it's let us also, dedicate our practice to all our beloved mothers. For any, for all of us to come to this world, a mother has taken the risk to, give birth to us, and also has raised us, with that, unconditioned care and love. So therefore, we all are results of the dedication of our mothers, and also with the help of the fathers, but mainly mother. So therefore, even the Buddha, when he described, the metta, the unconditional love, the only worldly example he could find to explain that this nature of metta that we are going to cultivate was the mother's love. Bhante, you did the loving kindness meditation morning, right? Yes. And so Bhante usually, use the image of a baby as a way of generating that mother's love in us. So did you do that? Tolino?
Yes.
So that is his technique to ask us to visualize the baby. So then we will generate mother's love. In the Metta Sutta, loving kindness sutra, Buddha said, Mata yatha niyang putta. Mata yatha niyang puttam. Just like a mother, uh, like a mother's love for only child. That is the ideal love in the worldly realms, and Buddha used that an example for us to understand what kind of unconditional love that we all should develop, not only to one child or to a child, but to all living beings. So therefore, there's a deep appreciation by the Buddha towards the mother's love, and definitely we are all result of our great mother's love and parents' love, and observing how our parents take care of children. I think definitely not like other beings. Human babies are so vulnerable, so vulnerable. They need 24/7, what you call 24/7 care. Otherwise, they will get into trouble. I have noticed that even other animals and creatures, even though they are babies, they know a threat to life. They know somehow escape and save their life. But human beings, they are not. They will go into danger. And if there were no, if there's no mother behind us, we will have broken arms, burn, skin, and we will get into all kind of troubles if we didn't have, a good parents. So therefore, we have to be very, very thankful. Some cases, we may not have our own biological parents, but we have a significant caregiving person. Same thing with the Buddha. Buddha's mother also passed away after 7 years of his birth. So he was also an orphan. Buddha himself was an orphan, Siddhartha. But fortunately, um, he got a foster mother. Actually, his biological mother's sister, Prince Siddhartha's aunt, and she became the foster mother, and then she was Gautami of Prajapati Gautami, and she came forward and started to take care of this baby. So we had to be very, very thankful, not only to the Buddha, but to Prajapati Gautami for taking care of that little baby, who will later become the Buddha. So today, let us also take this opportunity to recognize our own mother's dedication and care and love, and also, and of course, Mother Maya, who gave the birth, and mainly also, of her foster mother, Prajapati Gautami. And they had a very special relationship. Uh, we don't have much information how actually, what was the initial, the what the when he was a baby, as a little boy, definitely they should have a very special bond and connection in order for Prajapati Gautami to have that motherly care to this baby who was not even born to her. She should have a special heart to do that, right? Very special heart to do that. But anyway, after Buddha became renounced his life and became the Buddha, and realized this deep truth of our life, and Buddha really went back home and shared what he discovered, and shared this path towards enlightenment with his mother. Now he said, foster mother, Prajapati Gautami, and also with his father and with his former wife and everyone else. But he made sure within few months he returned and he shared. And as a result, what happened? This Prajapati Gautami wanted to become a nun, and she really wanted to follow the teachings of the Buddha. And so, of course, she requested with a group of other women. But of course, Buddha did not give the permission for her to become a nun at the at the first level. So then it took a while. It's another story. The Prajapati Gautami and his former wife Yashoda and many other women. They have to, they had to, do a kind of struggle to, get the permission to become enlightened, to become, to get ordination. So anyway, after, some struggle, they all came forward. So his mother became the first Buddhist nun. So Buddha ordained her and trained her and guided her to follow this path and all the way until she herself also become enlightened. So, there's interesting record we find. The Mahaprajapati Gautami has left some of the sayings. We have a collection in the Pali Canon, the poems or some utterances left by early disciples of the Buddha. There's one whole section where we find Mahaprajapati Gautami, her first mother, now a first Buddhist nun, and she became the leader to train other nuns also. And she is the kind of leader, the mother and grandmother for all other young nuns who became ordained after her. And she played a very important role. And she had interesting records in the section called Theri Gata, the poems of the Buddhist nuns. And so I'm going to read, a part of that just to help you to understand, how she later, after she attained enlightenment with the help of the Buddha, how he, how she praised the Buddha, their relationship. Um, the Buddha hero, praised to be you, you foremost among all beings, you who have released me from pain, and so many other beings too. All suffering has been understood, source of craving has withered, enlightenment has been touched by me, following the noble eightfold path. See the gathering of flowers, putting forth effort, self control, always with strong resolution. This is how to honor the Buddha. Surely for the good of, surely for the good of so many, did Maya gave birth to Gautama. Maya is her sister, which my Buddha's actual biological mother. Surely for the good of so many, did Maya gave birth to Gautama, who burst asunder the mass of pain of those stricken by sickness and death. So there's also a record about when she lived up to 120 years. She had a long life. Yes, 120 years according to records. And after she reached the last, and she was enlightened, first person being, so they can sense the function of the body, and they can sense if the body is no longer is able to function. They can decide to let go of the will to live. So she came to the Buddha to get the permission to do that and to die. So once she let go that will to live, that will slowly, the body will gradually, go into the mode of dying. So before she did that, she came to Buddha to ask request. And so in that conversation, that's an interesting conversation happened, and this is what he said: "Oh Lord, oh Lord, I brought up your physical body, but you brought up my spiritual body." It's a very interesting conversation, right? Oh Lord, I brought up your physical body, but you brought up my spiritual body. I fed you with breast milk, but you fed me with milk of the Dhamma to destroy suffering and samsara. It is a rare opportunity to see a Buddha. I would like to view and pay my homage to to your lotus-like feet. Please stretch forward your feet. Being a mom, and she really wanted to see the feet of the Buddha. Maybe he was like sitting and covering feet, and she really wanted to like pay her respect, and she really wanted to see and maybe touch the feet of the Buddha. Please stretch feet forward, and that was the request. So motherly, a request. So which the Buddha did, and then Buddha also made a request from her: before you passed away, do one thing. perform a miracle. Perform a miracle with your psychic powers to dispel the wrong views of those foolish men who are in doubt with regard to the spiritual potentials of women. That usually Buddha has prohibited monks and nuns to perform miracles like psychic, powers because people be confused and not pay attention to the actual development. But in this case, Buddha made a request before you pass the way, perform a miracle that in everybody understand that even women are capable of achieving spiritual heights. So that was Buddha's request, which she did. And then, and when she lived, and Buddha also made a special gesture of respect. But Buddha, together with other monks, followed her. We call like send her off to her, final sitting up for the dying. So Buddha kind of walked behind her, like to send her off as a showing the respect. And usually, Buddha do not do it for anyone, but he did it for her mother. So let us think about our own mothers and how much dedication they have done for us, sacrifice, and for us to be in this world. Some mother has to take the risk and has that unconditional care and concern. That is why we are here. If we are healthy people, that is a result of your mother's care. Otherwise, we will have all kinds of things. So let us be deeply grateful on today, and let's also be feel grateful not only to the Buddha, but also to his foster mother. So, based on that story, a new poem was composed in 2021. I would like to ask our Nina to read this poem for everyone. So, this poem was written from the perspective of Prajapati Gotami. Like it's a new poem, but it's something like a Prajapati Gotami is telling everyone. Yeah. Yes.
The poem is by Maddie Wanting Guest. I know you all. I've been your mother, your son, your father, your daughter. You see me now, my final role, kindly grandmother. It's a fine part to go out on. You might have heard how it all began when my sister died and I took her newborn son to raise as my own. People still ask, did you know then what he would become? What can I say? What mother doesn't see a Buddha in her child? He was such a quiet boy. The first time he reached for me, the first time I held him while he slept, how could I not know? To care for all children without exception, as though each will someday be the one to show us all the way home. This is the path.
Thank you. With that reflection, let us now dedicate the meals that we have brought today to the community of monks and to all the other people who have observed the precepts. So today is a special day. On this special Vesak day, let us, whatever you prepared with love, with care, whatever you brought here with such a sense of generosity, now you can formally dedicate all these things we have brought to the whole community of monks. So please put your palms together. ඊටාම සද්ධාවෙන් ගෞරවයෙන් මේ උතුම් වෙසක් පුණු පොහොය නිමිති කරගෙන සිද්ධ කරන පින්කමේදී අපි සූදානම් කරගත්තු මේ දානය පොදු මහා සංඝරත්නයට අපි පූජා කරනවා. වෙසක් දිනේ බුදුරජාණන් වහන්සේ වෙනුවෙන් කරන උපහාරයක් හැටියට බුද්ධ පූජා පවත්වලා අනිකුත් දානය මහා සංඝරත්නයට සාංගිකව පූජා වේවා. බුද්ධ ශාසනය පුරා වැඩ හිටපු මේ ධර්මයේ මේ ලෝකෙින් නැති වෙන්න දෙන්නේ නැතුව ආරක්ෂා කරගනිමින් වැඩ හිටපු පොදු මහා සංඝරත්නයට අපේ මේ දානීය සාංගිකව පූජා කරනවා. එසේ පූජා වේවා කියන අදහසින්. Please repeat after me. ඉමං භික්ඛං භික්ඛු සංඝස්ස දේම ඉමං භික්ඛං භික්ඛු සංඝස්ස දේම ඉමං භික්ඛං භික්ඛං භික්ඛු සංඝස්ස දේම ඉච්ඡිතං පාතිතං තුයිහං කිපමේව සමීජතු සම්බේ පුරන්තු චිත්ත සංකප්පා චන්தோ පන්නරසියතා ආයුරාරෝග්‍ය සම්පත්ති සංඝ සම්පත්ති මේවච අතෝ නිබ්බාන සම්පත්ති ඉමිනාතේ සමීජතු. We will quietly go down, and the people who have observed 8 precepts will eat with us. Because they have observed the precept not to eat in the afternoon. So yeah, you got the chance to eat with us. Others had to wait. No, you can eat afterwards definitely. But those who have observed 8 precepts, please go and there are tables arranged for you. You can go down and you can serve yourself, and then you can sit down. But we will not start eating until we do the reflection on the food reflection. So have your meal ready and sit down and wait for the reflection of the food, and then we can eat together. Others can help and serve them, and in the middle afterwards, everyone else also can start the meal. Okay, that's good.